But just give us a brief intro to those who may have heard Emmanuel Jal, the name, but they don't know that, what kind of music you do, or they don't know your history, etc. Just give this a little bit of a background.
So I'll probably maybe say I'm probably Kenyan, South Sudanese, Canadian. So I'm
global citizen.
Yeah, so I come from South Sudan, so it's a background for the young people who may not know who I am. So I was born in the time when my country was at war with itself. And then that war reached the core of my family. So all my aunties died during the war. My mom was claimed by that war. By the age of 7, my father gave me out and told me I'm going to go to school in Ethiopia. And that's where I ended up becoming a child soldier. And it was a tough life. For me to experience war for the first time, I used to hear my mother. My mother used to tell us the world will end one day. And so as a kid from a Christian background, you'd imagine how will it end. And so when I saw the fire from the sky and the ground was shaking, the bombs everywhere, people running different directions, to me I thought, okay, this is
the world is over.
The world is ending. And so growing up in that, and how I got to Kenya was a journey that was so difficult for us, where we were between 200 to 400 young people when we planned an escape, and only 16 of us survived. And that's why I met a British aid worker called McCune, who smuggled me to Kenya.
Okay, saying smugglers, though you are illegal goods, but the good
technically,
thing,
because you didn't come through formal ways, it is, smuggling.
But I'm like, he is national treasure now,
yeah.
So smuggled goods that were actually of benefit to this nation. Now, how did you meet music as a result?
Well, music, I would call myself an accidental musician because I never planned, never had any skill, anything to do with music. But one time I was met, here in Kenya, because there's a lot of South Sudanese. Most of you just see them, but there's a camp called refugee camp, called Kakuma. And so when I was here, and then there's all of these young people, some ex-child soldiers, they're not in school, and I'm not in school. And so I came up with an idea with some friends that we're going to knock at people's houses, especially Kenyan houses. And then we tell them the story. We're from South Sudan. Here I am with my friends. Can we clean your houses, your cars? And they ask us why. We want to raise money to put somebody in school. And it began like that, and then we ended up getting people who own schools, and then they put more people in the school for free. And from there, one day I was just in a matatu, and I heard P. Diddy rapping, Puff Daddy. And I said, look, hey, I can rap.
I can do that. I can do
that. Now you're just talking about the beat. Lavnika in the studio with my boys. We had a group called Jahim. Dikendoko, the producer, was somewhere.
Was somewhere else.
McKinney School.
Okay.
There was a studio.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So Dikendoko, the guy put on the beat. Dikasemba, yo, boom, boom.
Yo.
Take your money, get out.
But now that does not mean you did not shape that craft. I think we're going to talk about that in just a bit, but it's so exciting.
Yeah, we have to pick up from take your money, go,
take your money, go.
And to now.
Does not mean it's the end of the journey.
Right?
Because with Jal, he decided, take your money, go, but he went someplace else to actually make sure that he realizes his dream.
Bigger and better.
Yeah.